what we're going to discuss this morning. Most High's way of telling me to finish up the second part of the Constitution series. Hey, y'all, gravity, day above ground living. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Saturday. As you can see, it is raining down here in Atlanta. It's supposed to be raining all weekend. So, if you're going to celebrate Mother's Day, go celebrate it. But make sure you have an umbrella if you're in the Atlanta area, because they want to mess up your makeup. But anyway, you barely saw the thumbnail. You'd probably have to zoom it in. I wanted to make sure I got everything in it. Let me holler at these wannabe white supremacists. I want to talk to y'all real fast. Because you wannabes, y'all don't got the stomach for what's about to happen out here. You don't. Your parents didn't teach you because they don't have the heart for it. Y'all can go online and talk about how we do all this crime and you want people off the streets and you want us incarcerated because you think that America's just suddenly going to get better if a whole bunch of black people are incarcerated. When logic tells us that even if you take us out of the equation, crime is not going to drop. It's actually going to get worse. And you would be in an instant depression. But, you guys have these thoughts, so we'll let you ride with them. So, yesterday it came down, or this week, it came down that we have our third case, what we like to call the Ethan Crumley effect. The a-hole who got exactly what he deserved because he was messing with people. And then his parents got charged because they didn't curb the behavior, and they gave him he got access to a weapon that was in their possession. So this is the third case now. This one was in Wisconsin. Back in December, there was another school shooting. And this school shooting, 2 people died, a student and a teacher. And it was done by a girl. Now, this girl came from a broken home. Wow, you could have went through the light. Anyway. This woman came from a broken home. This girl, I should say, came from a broken home. I think she was living with her dad. She took the gun from the house, and apparently the dad claims he wasn't aware that she had it, even though she had access and the opportunity, because the best part of the whole deal was he gave her a gun to clean for him, because that's how they bonded over guns, and he doesn't know if she put it back. How the hell you give somebody a gun and don't check on your gun? That sounds very irresponsible to me. But I'm sure he had other things going on in his life. So that's why he couldn't check to see if he had the gun. Or if the gun was put back in its place. Human beings, fallible and all that. So as I said, he got charged. And he has a $20,000 bond. I'm not sure if he got out yet. But yeah. So I saw that thread on X, and I said, let me look. Because, it's the Post. And the Post likes to exaggerate some shit. But they actually kept it real fair, which was shocking. Anyway, I'm going through the thread, and the one that you see underneath was Cassandra MacDonald. She's a wannabe white supremacist. She fancies herself a journalist. I'm guessing we're in this new era now that white crime as bad as it is, and they should be directing solutions to fixing this white crime epidemic, but they're waiting for Trump to do it. I understand. He's the leader of the free world, so they say. But we're in this new era where when white crime occurs, somehow, some way, you have to figure out how to pivot it to put the conversation on black people. And as I have told y'all on this platform, after November 5th of last year, 2024, them folk ain't gonna want to hear about black people no more. And you will rightly get owned if you try to make a situation where even black people aren't even involved in it. You try to make it about black people. People are going to look at you weird. We have documented this the last few months. If it wasn't Lauren, Meth Head, Witzke, it was some of these black conservatives. If it wasn't them, there's somebody like, I don't know, Emerald Foodle. Cassandra decided, instead of having an honest dialogue about why this father was irresponsible for allowing his 14-year-old daughter to, now I'm not saying she shouldn't be allowed to clean his gun, but not check to see if the gun was put back. She could have had a conversation about how white fathers have lately been irresponsible. They love to talk about anti-white guilt. Okay, fine. She didn't do that. She said something along the lines of, we need to lock up all these city hoodlums, which we know is code speak for black people. My question to Cassandra is, you millennial piece of shit, why are black people involved in this? Because if I researched correctly, the two people that got killed were white. The perpetrator was white. And by the way, the perpetrator is no longer with us because it is self-inflicted gunshot wound. Why are we in this? And of course, because she mentioned city hoodlums. It got traction. And y'all just keep proving to us that you're not ready to be a quote-unquote daughter of the Confederacy or a descendant of the Confederacy. Y'all don't have the heart or the stomach. Y'all try to play tough online. Y'all have never been, you white folk that say this shit online, y'all have never been around real white supremacists. Even your god, Nick Fuentes, ain't never been around real white supremacists. He ain't never traveled to Southern Illinois and saw those militia boys down there really getting after it. Them real skinheads, them real Aryans. He ain't never seen them. He live in Chicago. The closest he'll see to a thugged out white boy is Southside. Lily Gaddis lives out here in Metro Atlanta, and she acting like she's the daughter of the Confederacy, even though her lineage is questionable and her kid is biracial. No daughter of the Confederacy will allow her any access. Plus, she looks like Kurt Russell in Backdraft. Just imagine her with a shortcut. Let me help you, Cassandra. We see what you're doing, and this is probably the only time I'm going to speak to you. If you so tough, why don't you leave? Since you want to lock up all the city hoodlums, why don't you go apply for the police academy so you can lock up all the city hoodlums? You could be the chick in New York City that is now the police commissioner. You could do that. But why don't you? because you don't got the heart. You don't know how to go look one of them real ones in the face and tell them you taking them in. You probably be the type fuck around and you want to taser somebody and end up shooting them because you so scared. It's easy to talk online. So easy. It's hard to go look at somebody and say the same shit you say online and say it to their face. Now that's where we show you how tough we are. And that's where people will smell it on you. Again, MAGA, right-wingers. This race war you keep thinking is on the horizon, y'all not ready for it. And you'll never be ready for it because your soldiers are weak and y'all not training them correctly. When you get on that battlefield, ain't gonna be no talking. Ain't gonna be no podcast mics. Ain't nobody gonna have video cameras out. You in a fight for your survival. And the only thing you can be thinking about at that moment is making sure your blood don't hit the grass and you get to go home. Hopefully, at most, with a couple of nicks. Since you want to talk about race wars. Even your older folk out here aren't even ready for these race wars. They just want money. And every time y'all talk about it, we keep laughing at you. I guess you haven't seen the shift in the culture. Black folks ain't taking this bullshit no more. Y'all just saw a video of a white woman trying that shit, and she got, I don't know if that was Nike or Adidas, but she got tattooed. White man getting knocked out here because y'all was talking shit. I just saw a video of a dude up in St. Louis trying to mess with a black woman. Man came out there with the piece. He was trying to keep the peace. He started trying to talk shit. He whipped it out. He said, let's go. This is the race war you want. Oh, I know what it is. You think the militia boys on the West Coast finna come over there and help you. Let me help you. I'm knocking the phone. Them militia boys ain't looking to go mess with no black folks. They looking to go mess with the government. They're looking for an exploitation of the government's weakness. Then they'll ride out. They're going to bypass our neighborhoods. They're going to go straight for the Capitol. No insurrection. What y'all need to be focused on is that damn real ID. That's what you need to focus on. Y'all was up there crying about why is the left putting over Luigi Mangione. Yeah. Maybe you need to go fight them corporations. Maybe, just maybe. Y'all want a race war? How about you go make sure white people can run faster than these Ethiopians and Kenyans? Maybe y'all will win the marathon again. Maybe that should be the race war you're worried about. Not some idealized movie version of fucking Avengers Endgame. Because there ain't no Thanos on your side. And you ain't the Avengers. You're a global minority. And you keep listening to people like Lily Gaddis and Amru and what's his name? Jordan Peterson and Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro and them, and y'all go get Y'all go get this energy to go crash out. The only thing you're gonna be crashing is these funerals when your people get laid down for doing something stupid. I don't care how this sounds. They could delete the video. I could give a shit. I'll say it again. Why don't you ride out on your government that's making you look bad right now? You're putting out tweets to trolls. Nobody of substance goes in that thread. I looked. All 705 comments when I looked. Ain't nobody of substance was in there saying, yeah, Cassandra, you're correct. And I guarantee you, if I saw you in real life, you ain't talking like this. But continue. It's okay. You're gonna learn faster than we can teach you. But anyway, how y'all doing this morning? I always forget to ask that. I don't understand why people drive worse in the rain. I don't understand this. Especially with these new fangled cars and everything. It's supposed to have like 850 sensors to make sure you don't do something stupid, and then you still do something stupid. Y'all over here letting influencers dictate your life. That's crazy. Y'all can't even handle somebody smacking you. You think you gonna handle try to throw bullets like Wanted? Are you crazy? They think when this imaginary pops off, they think they can just go buy a gun and they think they could go on the battlefield. Why? Because you went to the range 3 times? That's it? That's great. It's a target that goes forward. What about a target that zigzags? What about a target that's quicker than that? Can you adjust? But y'all great. Y'all got it. Oh, I know Sunkiss. I know they start early. So y'all telling me y'all gonna put y'all 8-year-olds on the battlefield? Okay. That's how much. This is why I always say this is why they don't love kids. They have no respect for their progeny. They'll send them out there just to prove a point. Okay. Even Ann Coulter, that yo white supremacist queen, even she's not stupid enough to keep talking about a race war. She's so gangster, she's going in on Indians right now. Y'all better go sit in front of her rocking chair or the skull chair, whatever the fuck she be in on these days. And you better sit down and learn from her. But make sure you're a daughter of the Confederacy, because if you're an Ellis Island immigrant, she ain't gonna talk to you. She gonna want you deported. Which I think Cassandra MacDonald is the daughter of an Ellis Island immigrant. You know what? I got a new term. For them chicks who think that they're daughters of the Confederacy and they're not, we're gonna call them delis. DELI. Daughter of Ellis Landing immigrant. That's what we're gonna call them, delis. That should be fun. They keep talking about all our crime in our neighborhoods, and all we do is shoot each other. I'm like, okay, but them bullets hitting something, right? All right. What was that joke they used to say? Oh, we like basketball so much because we run, shoot, and steal. All right. I guess y'all forgot black people got guns in this country. I guess you forgot about that. Especially after 2020. Y'all forgot about that. Gun ownership went up 500%. I guess y'all forgot about that. All right. Oh, I know. We steal all day, so we ain't got no time to go to the range. All right. They think black people don't go hunt. Black people fish. Let me help you, Cassandra. Black people fish. You know what that means? We have patience. We got black people that were in the military, active and veteran. Thank you for your service again. They've been teaching their kids, but you continue to think this. Let me tell you something, son, kids. They try to pull that. Let me tell you something. All we got to do is throw roadblocks out there, and they all get knocked off. Them kids be like, "Oh, roadblocks!" They put their guns down, talking about peace. That's all we gotta do. Hey, if you see those pawns coming, just throw out Roblox gift cards. Them kids will drop that shit with the quickness. Yeah, Cassandra MacDonald. Yeah, she's one of these wannabe white supremacists with an Irish background. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about, because I'm getting hyped. What the fuck was that? Really? That's what we doing? That's why your bumper fucked up. How you walking around in Atlanta, the home of cars and shit, and your bumper got masking tape on it? Nah, I'm sorry, duct tape. This nigga think he MacGyver, and look how fast he going. But anyway, let me go see what Torian talking about. That's all I want to talk about. 5.5 hours, the Knicks Madison Square Garden finna be lit. So here's hoping the Knicks go up 3-0. Here's hope. But anyway, y'all, hopefully you learned something. If you did, it done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. If I don't talk to y'all tomorrow, to all the mothers in there, happy Mother's Day. And as I told y'all, my wife said she only take the cards. She said, at least I thought of you, because y'all know. And then she said I could brush her hair maybe. And, celebrate with your loved ones. And then when you put the kids to sleep, you tell your husband, hey, come here and do what it do. Maybe moan a little bit louder for him. I'm just saying. Oh, wait, you know what? Say that for Father's Day. Never mind. I'm going to go see what Torian talking about. Y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.